Check out this clip from Neighborly Discourse with Billy and Steve.
Because it's so silly what I want to talk about. Okay, fine. I won't do it.
It's not gonna be long.
Okay, go ahead.
When you were talking about you have a problem with the Libertarians, they need to pick a side. They need to do, I think that was your overall sentiment.
Oh, yes.
They should be doing something. They are doing something. They didn't want Trump or Biden. They voted for who they thought was best. And said they have to do something. They're doing it. If the Libertarian gets in there, all the stuff and I guess in my opinion that they're bickering about is not going to matter. Libertarians want
being left and right. Okay.
They want smaller government than what the conservatives want. So they're doing the best thing they can do for the country is by it's going to maybe take forever to keep going and pushing the Libertarians up there where they actually have a real shot. Because what's going to happen is this. This is how it's exactly going to go.
Okay.
Because you can never have a third party. Because we talked the other day, they're all predominantly somewhat conservative. And as long as you keep splitting those votes around the conservative mindset, the liberals are going to win. Mm-hmm. Okay? And if they keep winning, there's never going to be a chance for us to have another party, because if they get where they have to go, they'll never allow for a vote again.
There's no chance. There's no coming back.
I'm all for getting a Libertarian in there, small government, to each their own. We'll only worry about the big stuff, so to speak. But if you keep splitting your vote and sending it off, you're never going to get a chance to have that third legit party.
But I believe you're making my argument for me without me even speaking.
I'm not making an argument. I'm pointing out to you. They're doing what you're saying. They got to pick a side. They're picking the side they want to pick. They're picking the right thing. They think Libertarian is the way to go, not either one of these two. They accept not throwing their vote away. They accept that these two suck. I'm sticking with my principles. That's what matters to me the most. Do they realize that if the left keep going, no one's ever going to get a vote again? I don't know that.
Okay, but listen. So you're saying they're doing something. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm telling you
just because it's not what you think is right doesn't mean they're not doing something.
It's not even about right. It's not even about, how should I say this? Okay, I appreciate the principle of neither one of these speak for me. The center speaks for me right here. And so that's why I'm voting there. But my point is that, okay, neither one of these speaks for you. Which one speaks more for you?
Agreed.
Or which one speaks less for you, right?
Agreed.
And if you say that, okay, those crazies over there speak less for me, and I tell you that, okay, they speak less for you, but you're giving them power by voting.
No, I'm with you 100%. Because I've never called myself a libertarian, but the few people I speak to about politics have all said that about me. So, if the shoe fits, I guess.
Okay.
But when I have this conversation with people on Facebook about this is a liberal thought. Well, no, it's not. Liberal means this. Listen, get over it. They've hijacked the word. Liberal no longer means what you think it means, true. It's gone. It's crazy left liberal. That's what it is. So I understand you're going to stick your feet in with libertarian. I would love to do the same thing. But to your point, one of these is closer to your thought, and one of these is less close to your thought. And it's the same one. So you have to make a decision, because if we keep splitting votes on this side of the table, well, you got the red shirt on. If we keep splitting votes on your side of the table, right, this side is going to skyrocket, and we're not even going to have a second party, let alone a third party.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And listen, to your point, talking about going back to endgame and tying this all together.
Yeah.
Look at California.
Mm-hmm.
California right now is going to have a gubernatorial race, and there's going to be, and he's going to run unopposed.
Yeah.
The governor of California is going to run unopposed because there is such a small minority majority, if you will, that there's no chance that someone else can run. Now, unless he goes foul of the Democratic Party, the Democratic machine, where they're going to say, you know what, Gavin, you need to step aside. Unless that happens, it's a one-party state.
Yeah.
We started this whole thing off by saying we need both sides. We need both voices in the room. It's only through that we get better. But California, they've lost that. They've not only did they lose it, but they set it up so that they can maintain this forever.
Yeah.
The whole. Do you know that they can come and knock at your door and collect your ballots? That happens in California.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's called harvesting. With that alone,
California, you can do better than that.
That alone, because there is a legal thing that they can do, they can actually go door to door and knock and collect your ballot. listen, you can say, Steve, conspiracy guy, but I'm telling you that.
No, they're going to take your ballot. They're going to throw, if they don't like it, they're going to throw it away.
We have no idea, but this is what I do know. Democrats in general are less like, the harder you make it for them to vote, the least likely they are to vote. Meaning that Republicans, by a wide margin, have a greater intensity when it comes to voting. Like, we take the voting process seriously.
Yeah.
As you start to become more left, or should I say less right, you vote less. Like, it takes a lot more energy for you to go vote. It takes not energy.
Ambition, thought, want.
The resistance that it takes to stop you from voting, it takes less resistance to stop a Democrat from voting than it does for a Republican to vote. Meaning that for me, if I had to drive 50 miles to vote, I'm going. It's like I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, there was a special vote. I even texted you, said, go vote, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to one place, there was nothing going on. I went to another place, nothing going on. I started texting like the I don't even know the name of the party, but something in Broward County that deals with Republicans. I say, hey, I went to 2 voting sites, it's not here. All to find out that it was a special election. It was for a different district, and I'm not in that district.
Gotcha.
That's why I couldn't vote. But I went to great length to vote because that's how important it is to me. Democrats will not do that.
So here's what I think when it comes to that. Let's sound the alarm again.
Okay.
Democrats know the alternative is fine. Republicans know the alternative is liberalism, and you don't want that.
Right.
So they're okay. Well, you know what? If we don't vote, conservatives, they're not crazy.
The average Joe.
If anything, I'm going to get more money. I'm going to be sound. I'm going to be good. But for us, if we give in and the liberals take over, we're going to be scraping, eating food off the street. We can't have that. So it's much more important for us to get it going because the alternatives for either one are tough.
So going back to the harvest.